Well, here we are, headed out on another road trip. This will be the first significant trip in the little Hyundai Veloster. And I've been to about as far as I've been to it in this car has been to Bismarck and back. You know, relatively short jaunts. This one will be all the way back to Minneapolis. I'm headed over to the auto show out there. Want to look at all the new stuff. So, what we're looking like behind the wheel of this car. The 6-speed transmission in this thing is definitely what the doctor ordered compared to the Accent. Nice and lot less buzzy, much more comfortable. Averaging 40 early in the trip. I did top off before peeling out of town. One of my favorite features here is the hybrid car-like fuel economy screen. That's nice. I can use that to track how good I'm doing or how my driving habits are reacting to the car. I enjoy that. I did get one more toy for the FJ. It's that mount right there. Only thing is, if I try to stick that to the windshield in this car, the only way the video camera will fit is upside down. So since I don't know if I can rotate movies in my movie editing software or not, I elected we'll keep it in my hand for this little trip. And then I'll look at more of the features in that later. I was kind of hoping it would sit in there proper, but every attempt to mount that so far has pretty much had the camera smashed up against the glass and still pointed at the skies. So it is for the FJ, which has a more vertical windshield. Hopefully it will work in that. If not, I'm going to be highly annoyed because that wasn't cheap. Anyway, we're going to continue to head on towards Minot and start dotting past those little towns as we take the vector route in towards Jamestown. And I left late enough in the day. If I see the light of Fargo before I call it a day, I'll be satisfied with that result. So, we'll see you further down the road, and we're going to put a few miles behind us. Oh, here we are, getting closer to sunset. We're just now pulling into Minot. One of the things I like about cars like this. That ain't too bad. I'll take it. And we're up around 46.6 miles a gallon. We'll see what this car will settle in at, because I know we're on the generally downhill part of this trip. So those numbers should keep crawling up, because I was able to get into the low 20s into the FJ when I went down to Minneapolis for a training class. But we keep moving on. We've got quite a little bit of ground to cover. Don't know where tonight is going to conclude. It won't be in Minneapolis. I left too late in the day for that. So we'll run our way through Minot here and get headed down towards Jamestown. So we'll see you down the road. Yep, here's the moon. What looks like a dot in the video. Yep, nice and dark, beautiful yellow moon rising. We're well south of Elva now, out on the 2 lanes, headed towards Jamestown. It's been a little hillier than I thought it would be through here. Brought the mileage down to only 45.5. Not too big of a deal though. We keep on heading down south. You can see we still have well over half a tank left. Probably about just a hair and a 3/4. So we're all doing real good. I'll continue to head down south. I'm going to keep on cruising and get ourselves closer to the interstate. So we'll see you further down the road. Well, I figure it's time to give a little update. We're not too far out of Jamestown. One little thing, we were on a little east-west stretch of this road, and I think it was too dim to try to record on the camera. It wouldn't have come out. But I think I caught a glimpse of the northern lights off to the north when I was on the east-west stretch. Got a full moon out here, so I was reading a thing on the internet earlier that the auroras would be visible out and about this week. But the full moon that I liked so much to watch come up is actually deterring from being able to view them. But I think I caught a glimpse of them, but I can't be 100% sure. Looked pretty neat to me. But at any rate, we're getting closer and closer to the halfway point. Still managed to hang on to about 45 miles to the gallon, so not too bad there. The eco computer thingy is showing that I'm keeping all the little tallies in the green, which is a good thing. So we're getting pretty close to the halfway point. Like I said, we'll check the navigation here.
Please say a command.
Map.
Route command, please.
Back.
Exit.
So we'll try that again.
Please say a command.
Map.
Map.
Hey, second time it worked. But anyway, that's where we're at on the nav screen now. About under 350 miles to go. I'm hoping to get myself into Fargo before I say enough is enough, or just inside Minneapolis, whichever works best, whichever I get a place to stay. So the speed limit signs are indicating we're getting close into population again, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the camera down and get headed through town here. So we'll see you over on the interstates. Well, I figure it's time for another update. Well, about 11:15, give or take. We've got on the interstate there at Jamestown. Forgot to give an update back then. Making our way to Fargo. This is probably definitely going to be where I'm going to be cutting it out for the night because I'm starting to get a little tired. I'm not sure how much further that is, but that's all the further I'm going to attempt. And coming out of Jamestown, put a dent in the mileage numbers. Those were sitting at 45.1 when I stopped there. And by the time I got out of the river valley, that's what we were looking at, was 44.6. So that kind of hurt. But still, it's still very respectable. Mileage computer showing some nice numbers over there, so nothing to complain about here. We keep on motivating eastbound. Like I said, we're going to call it a night in Fargo. So I guess that's where we'll see you next. I'll see you down the road. Well, here we are, West Fargo, Super 8. I guess the typical Super 8. Bathroom area, sink. Junk old TV. And a bed. And a desk. This was a coffee maker. I had to get in a fight with the gal that was taking the reservation because she was hell-bent on selling me everything under the sun. Not something that you want to do when I'm in the mood of only wanting to go to bed and not wanting to get into a fight over about what kind of other crap they want to offer. But we're here. This is where we stop for the night, and we finish this drive in the morning. So we'll see you then. Well, here we are back on the road.
I-94 East for more than 50 miles.
Head over, finishing this little hop here towards Minneapolis for the auto show tomorrow. Got the thing nice and full of gas again. 44.2 by the computer, 42.1 by the calculator, so not too bad. We're going to pop over here. We're going to get the rest of North Dakota tossed over our shoulder, and we're going to get ourselves hustled down to Minneapolis. At about 235 miles to destination. Get there nice and early enough to get some other things done while I'm down in civilization. So with that, we're going to continue to hustle on down the road here. We'll probably give a little quick bridge crossing here that I won't be speaking through, so we'll see you in a little bit. figured it's time for an update. I just got done making a pit stop here, about 130 miles or so away from Minneapolis. And we're just continuing heading on down the interstate here. Not much really to point out, being the time of year that it is. Still kind of getting a little bit meh on the fuel mileage this part of the trip. Guess we must be eating a little bit of a headwind or something, because it should, to me, be doing a little better than that. But hey, 37, not nothing to sneeze at. So we're going to continue on this last little jaunt. Hopefully I can do this in pretty much one stop, and we should see ourselves looking at downtown Minneapolis here pretty quick. So see you soon. Well, here we are. We're getting into Minneapolis. I figured time for an update. You see, we're getting into rural traffic, 3 lanes worth. And the terrain as of late has been kind to us on the fuel department. We're just 39.5 miles to the gallon. So that's not doing too bad. Go over to the Eco Coach here just a second.
Please say a command.
Eco Coach.
Eco Coach.
And that's what our mileage has been looking like here recently. So not a bad average. We've been doing much better. So we're getting closer to town. I've got to get back over to the map because I need to pay attention to the navigation.
Please say a command.
Map.
Map.
I'm getting used to the voice command thing. I kind of like it. Being able to just sit there and push a button and tell it where I want to go and have it go there. That's kind of neat. But we're getting closer to our destination. It says about 12 miles out. So once we get there, we'll see if it's late enough for me to check in. Hopefully it is. This will be pushing 1 o'clock. And then we'll give a little quickie tour of where I'm going to be staying the next couple of nights before I go running around here for the rest of this afternoon and do auto show tomorrow. So we'll have auto show updates after the hotel tour, and we'll carry on about having a little bit of fun this weekend. So we'll see you in a few minutes. Well, here we are, as usual, right by the front door. Coming into the room, refreshment desk, at least a decent TV, a bed. I don't know how squishy that is yet. And here we are, downtown Minneapolis for all its glory. So we'll get some walking around done. We'll get out. I got a couple of places to go while I'm here. Get those done. And we'll get us a little bit of exploration. So we'll see you later.